every segment has a distance, a length that we call distance from one point to the other, and every segment has a midpoint. Now, the midpoint is the point, the ordered pair, that is halfway between the two endpoints. So I'm going to draw a picture for you. So we have, I'm going to make this as straight as possible. So we have a segment, okay, and we have x1, y1. That's the coordinates for that endpoint. And we'll say x2, y2, and that's the coordinate for that endpoint. And then somewhere in the middle, let's move that over just a little bit. There we go. Somewhere in the middle, we have the midpoint. And the midpoint, I'm going to say xm for midpoint, ym for midpoint. Now, how do we figure out what this xm is for the coordinate and this ym for the y coordinate of the midpoint? We find the average between the two values. So if I'm looking for the x coordinate of the midpoint, I look at the endpoints, I add the x's, divide by 2. Y coordinate midpoint, add the y's, divide by 2. It's an average. It's a simple average. Halfway, an average between 2 points. So let me show you by example. We want to find the midpoint of the line segment. If there's anything that you could write here that you could add to this, finding the midpoint. No, no, no. K-N-O-W. No, no, no. That the midpoint is an ordered pair. I don't know what it is about that, but sometimes people get confused. The midpoint, a point, is an ordered pair. Maybe that will help you remember. Maybe you didn't need help remembering. Maybe you got this. Maybe you're watching this just because I asked you to. You already know how to do this, and you're watching it, and you know what? I appreciate you. 9, 3, -5, -3, 9, 3. So the midpoint, we're going to add the x's. Okay, we're going to add the x's, divide by 2. For the y's, we're going to add the y's, divide by 2. So my x's are going to be -5 and 9, -5 plus 9. And my y's, let's use orange, -3 and 3, -3 and 3. So -5 plus 9, -3 and 3. -5 plus 9 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. -3 plus 3 is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. And our midpoint is the ordered pair 2, 0. So that should refresh your memory from geometry. Use midpoint a little bit in geometry. So let's see where we can apply this. Here we go. Starbucks Corporation. This is some good stuff right here, because who doesn't like Starbucks? I don't like coffee. I still like Starbucks. Starbucks, even if you don't like Starbucks, you know of Starbucks. They're on the corners. They're convenient drive-thrus. Starbucks Corporation had an annual sales of $4.08 billion in 2003 and $6.37 billion in 2005. So back in 2003 would have been a great idea to invest in Starbucks stock. That's another story. Without knowing any additional information, what would you estimate the 2004 sales to have been? Okay, well, if I was looking from 2003 to 2005, well, 2004 is smack dab right in the middle. So I would say you put in a 2003 and you get $4.08 billion. So this is the year and this is the amount of money that they had in sales. In 2005, they had $6.37 billion. Again, the year and the dollars in sales. 2004, I would think that that would be halfway, right? Halfway. So 2003 plus 2005 divided by 2 That would be our x coordinate. And then our y coordinate would be 4.08 plus 6.37 divided by 2. So let's see what we've got here. We've got 4,008. 4,008 divided by 2. Well, that's 2004. That's 2004. Look at that. 2004. That's exactly what we're looking for. And then 4.08 plus 6.37. Well, I'm getting 10.45 divided by 2. I'm going to attempt to do this in my head. I'll probably make a mistake. 5.225. I hope that's right. 5.225. 5.225. So that would be approximately, I would guess, $5.225 billion in sales in the year 2004. Now, what would be really cool is if you actually just Googled this. It would take probably about 5 seconds of your time. You could even ask Siri if you have an iPhone. Hey Siri, what was Starbucks annual sales in 2004?
Okay, I found this on the web for what was Starbucks annual sales in 2004. Check it out.
So there we go. So you check it out. You go to a website that tells you 2004. Let me see, 2004. Oh boy, I have to do a little bit more work here because that only pulled up 2006. So I'd probably have to do a little bit more work because it looks like the website, Siri's having some trouble. Siri is having some serious trouble here. Let's do 2003. Let me just see if I can get this. 2003. Let's do 2004. I got something where I got to enter in dates. Yeah, and it's not letting me enter. So, bad example, but it was worth a try. Definitely worth a try.